point that how do we hear sounds. Now coming to the humans hearing the sounds, okay? This is book page 257. Ears are the organs which can basically detect the sounds. They basically convert those sounds, the sound energy, into the electrical signals, which are then sent to the brain, okay? And the human ear basically has three parts. It can have middle ear, the inner ear, and the outer ear. So this is, you could say, a clearer diagram. The outer ear consists of pinna, and then comes the middle ear, which contains the auditory canal, eardrum, the three bones, hammer, anvil, and stirrup. And the inner ear then consists of the cochlea, which has a fluid, and the auditory nerve. Okay. Now I'm going to explain this to you through a video, and you must clearly understand this video. If you understand the video, it will be a piece of cake for you. So let's watch this video and hear what it has to say. Now, the journey of sound to the brain. How does the sound finally come from the source to your brain? This is a human, and she's hearing sounds of an instrument. Now, it is compressions and rarefactions and compressions. The rarefactions and compressions basically hit the outer ear. The outer ear is shaped like a horn so that maximum sound can be absorbed. It reaches the ear. When it reaches the ear, it passes through this canal, and it targets the eardrum. Okay, when it hits the eardrum, this is a thin membrane. The membrane starts to vibrate, and when it vibrates, this membrane causes the bones. There is a pair of three bones: hammer, anvil, and stirrup. The three bones basically start to move. This is malleus, incus, and stapes, which are basically in your book labeled as hammer, anvil, and stirrup. So the hammer moves, causing the anvil and stirrup to move. The stirrup basically causes the cochlea and to be, pressed or compressed. The cochlea is shaped like a snail. It is the size of a bee, and it is shaped like a snail. Inside the cochlea there is a fluid. Okay, the liquid, when the sound wave reaches the liquid, it starts to produce the ripples of the sound waves. The ripples of the sound wave which are produced just under there, under the liquid, are hair-like tiny structures. Okay, with the movement of the ripples, the hair cells, they start getting vibrations. So they move in the direction as you can see from the video. And as the hair cells respond to the vibration by movement, they produce basically a wave or an electrical signal. And these electrical signal ions come towards the neurotransmitters of the brain. The neurotransmitters detect them, and they tell the auditory nerve. They send the signals of the sound to the auditory nerve. So the cochlea ultimately, inside the cochlea, whatever liquid is there, that causes the imbalance in the liquid, and the liquid causes the hairs to move, finally reaching the signals through the auditory nerve to the brain. Okay? So this was how basically the sound is produced inside the human ear. As I've already told you, it consists of three major parts: the outer, middle, and inner ear. Okay. Now let's see what the book says on page number 257. Sound waves are transmitted through the air are first collected by the funnel-shaped pinna in the outer ear. The pinna directs the sound waves through the air canal to the eardrum. The eardrum is a thin sheet of membrane stretched tightly across the end of the ear canal. The vibrations of the air molecules in the air canal make the eardrum to vibrate. The eardrum sets up vibrations in a chain of three tiny bones called hammer, anvil, and stirrup. And the bones are arranged in a lever-like manner, so that the vibrations in a stirrup are greater than those in the eardrum. The stirrup passes these vibrations to the inner ear and finally to the cochlea. Kindly pause this video, read this passage and understand this thoroughly.